Hello students, so we'll move on with the next topic, that is accessing array elements, which comes under arrays only. So in this, individual array elements can be accessed by subscripting, as we have seen in other programming language. So in other programming language we had used the concept of subscript, wherein you're mentioning the index value, and based on the index value it was possible for us to access a element. So the same concept is used here also. The value of the subscript, which is enclosed in bracket, is the key of the value being referenced. So here what we are saying, so just take the example, ages of Mary. So here Mary is the key. Okay, so Mary is the key, or in other programming language we would have called it as index. So here what is happening, in the array whose name is ages, for the key value Mary, you are assigning a value 29. So that is what this example says. Okay, so same brackets can be used irrespective of whether your key is a number or a string. So we said key can be a number or it can be string. For both the cases you are using the same square bracket. Okay, so that is what the example. In this case what is happening, key is Mary, value is 29, array name is ages. Okay, so ages of Mary is assigned a value 29. Next point, multiple elements of an array can be accessed to scalar variables in one statement by using a construct called as list. So just see the example here. So what are the multiple elements of the array? So you are having an array whose name is trees. Okay, and what are the elements of that array? You have oak, pine and binary. So this multiple elements of the array can be assigned to scalar variables. So what are your variables? That is x, y and z. It can be assigned by using a construct called as list. Okay, so according to this what happens is, x is set to oak, y is set to pine and z is set to binary. So how you are writing? You are using a construct called as list, and within the list you are writing the scalar variables, and you are also telling from which array you are going to take it. Okay, so that is this particular example. So the name of the array is trees. So that is about your accessing array elements. Okay, so we'll go to the next topic under arrays, that is functions. What are the different functions for dealing with arrays? So this is an important question. They can ask this as a separate question. Okay, so we are going to see different functions, what can be used in arrays. So the first one under that is, we are going to see is unset function. So what is the purpose of this unset function? So this can be used to delete or remove the entire array or individual elements of an array. So what is the purpose of unset function? Either remove the entire array or remove individual elements of an array. So that's the purpose of unset. So again example is given here. Here you are creating an array by using array construct, and the name of your array is list, and the elements are 2, 4, 6, 8. So what happens here by default? List of 0 will be having 2, list of 1 will be having 4, list of 2 will be having 6, list of 3 will be having 8. So here we are using the unset function, and from which array? So the name of the array you have to mention here. Okay, so the parameter it is taking is the name of the array. So the name of the array you have mentioned, that is list. In the list 2, so 2 is nothing but the key. So in list of 2 what do you have? In list of 2 you have the value 6. So what this particular function will do? It is going to remove this particular value 6. Okay, so after this is executed, what are the elements in your array? In your array you are going to have elements, that is 2, 4, 8. And what are the key values you are going to have? You are going to have 0, 1, 2 is removed, so 3. Okay, that is what is happening. Okay, so that is your unset function. Next one you have is array keys. function which is going to return a list of keys of an array. So this particular array keys, what it is going to do? It is going to take an array as a parameter, okay, and returns an array of keys of the given array. Okay, so it is going to take an array. So just see this example here. Again, you have used the array construct and you have created an array whose name is hi. In the array, you have the key value as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the values are 74, 70, 67, 62 and 5. Okay, so the return array uses the key value as 0, 1 and goes on. Okay, so here what does this array keys do? We said, so array keys of, it is going to take one parameter which is nothing but the array. Okay, so from this particular array it is going to return only the keys. Okay, that is MON, TUE, WED, Thursday, Friday. So these are the values which are returned by this array keys. So accordingly, your variable days, okay, this particular variable, that is your dollar days, will be having, sorry, I'll write it over here. Your dollar days will be having the value as what? Monday, comma, TUE, comma, WED, like this. Okay, this is the data that will be present in your variable days. So I hope you have understood. So what does this array keys do is, it is going to return the array of keys of the given array. Similarly, next one you have is array values. So previous one was going to return the key, array of keys, whereas this is going to return the array of values. Okay, so the same array highs is used. So instead of array key, we are using array value and you're passing the same array. So here, what will be the value that will be there in this variable temps? So temps will be having the value as what? It will be having the value as 74. It will be having the value as 74, 70, like this. Okay, so these are the values that will be there in high arrays. Okay, next function you have is array key exist function. So array key exist function, what does it do is, the existence of an element for a specific key can be determined by array key exist. So what does it do? This function is